Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to City Skylines Green Cities. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, it's Christmas. What can I say? I'm in the festive mood. We're back in the beautiful city of Greendale today, of course, where things, as always, are looking pretty good. We're currently sitting on $6.8 million, 79.8 thousand people, a bit of demand for everything, and there have been a few changes. Number one, I'm recording this episode back in Northern Ireland, so I'm at my usual setup. You might be able to tell I'm a little bit louder. And number two, the bigger change possibly, is that I've been busy. I have built a few things and I would like to show you said things. So the first thing I've done is I went ahead and expanded the airport area a little bit and added in a medical helicopter depot and a fire helicopter depot, as well as some roads and some paths and some trees around all of those. I've also used this mod here, the advanced vehicle options, to actually change the colors of some of the helicopters, if I could find them in here. Plane? No, I don't know where they are. Either way, there are various, so police helicopter, for example, if I wanted color variations, I can sort of do this kind of thing, and we could have like an all blue police helicopter. I'm not gonna do that because it doesn't work in the police ones. But if we go to healthcare, no, maybe disaster, no, maybe death care, medical helicopter. So I've got some variants in here. I've got the red one, I've got a yellow one, white ones. We could go for like a blue one if we wanted to, which looks a little bit silly, but you get the idea. There's some variations in there. I've done that with some of the other vehicles as well. But anyway, the other changes I've made. So this is one of them. I have also just sort of tweaked some of the detailing around here and added a bit more detail here and there. I have also extended all of this around here and zoned it, as you can see, because I thought it looked kind of neat, and also built a bridge that goes over to here. Speaking of over here, we have a highway connection right here, because that's actually kind of something that traffic was needing, and it works really well. So traffic can get into this industrial zone via the highway, via this road, rather than only this one. My hope there was that it would maybe do something for traffic and stop it backing up, but it kind of hasn't. It still backs up like crazy, which is a bit of an issue that we will deal with eventually. Moving down a little bit, we do have traffic tailing back here as well. It's not great. It's really not great, but I kind of have some ideas in mind for how we could fix this. And I'm thinking we use the Move It mod to grab those two nodes there and those two nodes there. And I want to drag them in like this. I was going to pause while I do this. So if I drag them in like this, I can then sort of curve this bit of road so that traffic's just able to sort of flow a little bit better onto the roundabout and flow off of it a little bit better, because there's just a bit of a curve there that might just let traffic maintain speed a little bit better. That's my thinking. That might just help traffic a little bit. I'm going to do the same over here, and this is basically going to be my experimental roundabout, where we're going to see if this actually works. Also going to pause while I do this as well, and slowly move you in. What are we looking at over there? We're looking at a very, very small gap. So a little bit further. Do they look like they're in line? They actually do. I think this could go back out a little bit. That looks a little bit much. Maybe there? I don't know, I want these to be in line is the thing, so I'm thinking like there is probably about right. So then what we do, grab you and just line this up with a bit of a curve, and grab you and do the same just over here. Nice and easy does it, and I think that might do some good for us. Maybe, I think it looks a bit better, so I mean there's that. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't, maybe it's not a big enough change to really contribute to traffic flowing better than it was, but I'm curious, so it's gonna stay as it is. for the time being. Interestingly, traffic here is stopping. I wonder, have I got... Yeah, we do have traffic giving way there. I wonder if maybe we should stop traffic from giving way to other roundabout traffic and just see how that works out. Either way, like I said, experimental roundabout, we're going to come back to that and see how it performs in the future. I don't think it's going to be enough of a change to fix all of this, so I'm not really going to bother with that. The biggest issue here is just traffic in general. There's a lot of it, and it's really not moving. So we do need to get traffic moving. Unfortunately, a big part of it is just traffic lights, but I don't want to be horrendously unrealistic and be like, yo, let's get rid of the traffic lights here and just, you know, just not worry about it. Because if we make this bit flow, what's going to happen is all this traffic will get into the area, but then traffic will back up coming out of the area because it needs to go into the city over here, and it's just not really going to move along this road very quickly. So we can fix one problem and cause another one. We're basically just going to move the problem from point A to point B, and that's not a solution. That's just, well, that's just moving the problem from point A to point B. What I am going to do is bulldoze this road because I'm curious to see if maybe forcing all of this traffic to go the whole way around to like this entrance slash exit and this entrance slash exit will do some things for us. It might work out, it might not. I'm curious. I'm very, very curious to see how that plays out. Anyway, today, what I would like to do is start expanding into this area over here. And I did a bit of terraforming around here. I don't think I mentioned this, but I just slightly chiseled this area back a little bit. I flattened it out as well, because I want to somehow bring a road down here and have some kind of buildings here. I'm tempted to say that we go for like low density commercial around here and start doing some low density stuff here, but I feel like the city... Oh, by the way, also got 25 tiles because the 81 tiles mod was giving me problems. So 25 tiles, not 81. We'll get the 81 eventually. I think the whole city needs to go up into this bit here. And I think that's kind of the distance that the city will go. It'll build out this way a little bit. It'll build down here a little bit and through here a little bit. Then we can start in suburbs and all of these areas. So somehow I need to bring the city into this space in a way that makes sense. So let's get started with that. I do think I could maybe chisel some of the hills away a little bit more. But for the time being, I'm going to do this. And I want to see if I can... I'm going to do this very roughly, actually. A lot of straight edges and stuff like that. And eventually, I'll put some nice curves in there. So we have that going. That almost looks... Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. What if I was to do... Hold on. Get rid of you. Go, you know, right angle like that. Bulldoze you. I don't even know what distance that was. That's a problem. 900. So we go 900 here. And we go like that. Bulldoze that bit. And do that. There we go. That works a little bit better because that'll make that a bit of an easier curve to manage at some point. This bit just here, I think we're gonna slope that. So we'll go ahead and we'll smooth it out rather than doing like a full slope kind of thing. So smooth this real nicely. Maybe we will do a slope instead. Bring the brush size down a little bit. We want to go from there like that. Just so we can get a nice sort of continuation here. I wonder if I could connect this. Oh, there's an idea. There's a much easier way to do this as well. Hold on. What am I doing? So this is going to come straight off of there. Like that. Gonna go to that point. We're going to go 900. And 900. And like this. Bulldoze that bit. And do that. There we go. So that comes straight off of the roundabout, which is absolutely perfect. And what I can do is grab this terrain height and just chisel it right back along that road. And we can do something kind of interesting with that. And I think that'll be kind of fun. Especially if I chisel it back a little bit further to here. We can have a lot of fun with that. And I can also clear the trees out much, much easier in just a little bit. Because I think I've got the tree brush. I think. I sincerely hope I have the tree brush. I'm also thinking I could do a little pedestrian path along there, and that could be kind of cool to see. Just there, like a little cliffside walk of some sort. Either way, that's going to go along to there. I'm going to grab this terrain height, bring the strength up, and just go... I wonder if I could go straight through. Probably not. I don't know where I'd go straight... Oh, actually, over there. If we get rid of this curve, which is maybe not the best idea, but if we get rid of that curve, we can bring this straight over. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way we do this. So just flatten all of this. Every little bit of it. Bring the brush size... Oh, it's a bit big. Bring the brush size down a little bit. Do this kind of thing. I know this is all free terraforming, but really, let's be real here. Free terraforming, at this point, I think we can all agree it's fine. It's not a big deal. Alright? At least I sincerely hope we can all agree that free terraforming at this point is not a big deal. Anyway, I want to get a curve here. So I think that... No, that wasn't it. I think that's the curve I wanted. And then I want to chisel all of that back again to follow the curve real nicely. So just something like that'll do the job. Beautiful. Okay. So that's probably gonna be a new district. And like a district completely to itself. This lower bit, I would love to do something interesting with that. I really want to have that be just something really cool. I just don't know what it's going to be. I do like this, though. I'm liking that this bit flows really nicely into this terrain over here. So I wonder if I could get a road along there, maybe instead of a pedestrian path. And then maybe we... Oh, hello. What if, and this is a big if, because this might not work. What if we have a road, a little road, like this one. It's going to flow along here real nicely like that. Just like I wanted it to. It's going to come up to here. And somehow we connect it over to this area. And somehow I need to get it to just flow around here real nicely. I'm not really sure how I'm going to pull this off, but somehow I'm going to do it. Somehow I'm going to make this work. So that is going to go to there. And then we need to get this curve. If I can get this curve perfectly, I'm going to be so happy. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's absolutely what I wanted. Oh, I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy with that. I don't know where it's going to connect to, mind you. Just keep that in mind. But I'm happy with it. So that's the important part here. We'll deal with the point of this road a little bit later on. In fact, I think I can see what I'm going to do with it. I think it is just going to come along here to say that point, just go in there. So it really is just going to be a lower road, I guess. It's a bit boring, but whatever. I do think this, though, is going to continue straight across. And technically could do that. Which I guess is kind of neat. And then if I curve it as well, we can... Yeah, that works. Okay, I'm onto something here. I'm liking it. Oh, I'm really liking it. Look at this. Look at me almost knowing what I'm doing in City Skylines. It's only taken me like 1,500 hours in the game. Ha! Finally. Oh boy. Right. Let's calm down just a little bit and, you know, maybe just level all of this out. Just nice and easy like that. Level it right up to there. And I think that looks really cool. That's kind of exactly what I was going for. And then if again, the road doesn't serve too many purposes, but if I grab this and we bring this all kind of nice and tight up to that road and straight out to here, it does sort of give us a nice sort of area to build on down here. Obviously, this needs fixed. This slope got a little bit messed up, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not too worried about that because we can fix it just like so. There we go. So the slope there is sorted. Oh, look at that. It's like a tiered city. Oh, oh, well, there's the title of this video. Oh, that's gonna, this video is gonna pull in some views, I think. At least I'm honest about my clickbait. You can't deny me that. Does that does go, oh, that's beautiful. It's almost like I planned it. It's almost like I thought this out. I didn't, but it's almost like I did. Oh, that's beautiful, man. I'm so happy with this. I don't even know what it's gonna be. I don't even know what's going in there, but I'm really happy about it. All right. Let's see if I can get something in here. So I do think we're gonna go for like another sharp cliff edge here. So very much like a tiered city. Another sort of sharp cliff edge there, coming the whole way around. And we'll just go ahead and just continue it the whole way around, like I said. Something like this. And I think that kind of works. We can smooth this bit out in a little bit. It's a little bit nasty looking. I think I'll do that right away because it is, like I said, a little bit nasty looking. There we go. So that's a little better. We'll smooth all this out as well just to make it look kind of pretty. I should probably get rid of the trees, but I feel like if I do... Oh, if I get trees in the roads... No, I don't think I do. Road Anarchy's not doing that for me. That's fine. Okay. I could do a road coming off of here, but that's going to give me a tiny little junction there. Could cause issues, but we'll see how that goes. Do I want to have another straight edge here? I think I kind of do. So up to like there. Bulldoze that bit. Bulldoze that bit. That's going to have a straight edge to it. And we are going to do this. Bulldoze you. And somehow I need to get this to work really nicely. Somehow I need to get a really nice, really nice curve going there. Not quite sure how that's going to work. So let's just raise the terrain in that area. Like that. And let's go for that. All right, that kind of works. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. I really am. I'm so keen to like get some buildings in here and actually make it look interesting. I'm so keen to get this done. I really am. This really feels like a little mini Let's Build. And it's been so long since I've done a Let's Build in Cities Skylines that I'm really excited about this. I really am. Oh, I'm smiling like a total idiot right now. Anyway, gonna bring the terrain up a little bit over here. We can smooth that out shortly. I am gonna need to move those water pumps as well, but we'll get to that. So smooth that. And that'll be fine. Oh, it's so strange looking, but I'm really liking it. I do think we could get another connection to this roundabout, like around here, and then bring it up and connect it to this road. I do absolutely think that's a thing we could do. So if we come off of there, like that, we could bring a road straight down here, which can have zoning on it, which is pretty cool. So bring it up to there. Can I bring that road out even further? Like I could go to there with it? I totally can. So what distance are we looking at there? That's exactly 30 tiles. That's fine. I want to do this. I want to do this. Bulldoze you. So that... Oh, can I get a perfect curve here? Not really. That was a little bit of wishful thinking is what that was. What about that? That's not bad. I just need to bring the terrain out a little... Oh, wow, that brush size, though. I need to bring the terrain out a little bit, and then we're good. So, let's do this. Bring the terrain right out. Let's get our curve going. And then we'll bring the terrain sort of... We'll smooth it a bit. Because it is a coast. It is a coastline. There's going to be erosion and all that stuff. I Oh man, that's beautiful looking though. That's beautiful looking. You know, this is kind of funny to me because I've spent this entire series pretty much saying, not in as many words, but pretty much saying a big ol' F you to people that are like, hey, why don't you do like proper curves and stuff like that, especially for the metro lines. And then here I am, like spending all this time doing all these nice curves for these roads. Yet I guarantee you, either later in this episode or in the next one, we're going to be back to the old tricks with the metro lines because I am a terrible human being. You know, pretty much. That's pretty much what's going to happen. I'm just letting you know, Nod, rather than, you know, having you be shocked in the next episode that I would do such a thing. That's basically what's going on. Anyway, we do need to do this, and then we need to bulldoze you. Just reconnect those. I don't know why. Oh, what? Oh no, did I mess up the curve? I think I totally messed up the curve, didn't I? So that needs to go. Oh dear. Well, that was a little bit too good to be true. So that can go there. It's still on the coast, which is fine. And then I think I am going to have to freeform this completely to get it to come in the way I want it to, which is like this. So do that. Turn on guidelines. Oh, can I get these to like connect together nicely? I feel like the answer is going to be a resounding no. But I am certainly going to try. So do that and do that. That almost worked. There was a there's a good solid almost with that. That looks awful. Yeah, that doesn't look as good as the literally everything else that I did with this. So let's try again. Okay, so this is the mess that I've constructed, and I'm really curious to see how this ends up going. Because on one hand, it's a really, in my opinion, cool looking area. Like, I am genuinely really pleased with it. I know that it's messy. I know that it could be neater, and I know that it's probably gonna have its traffic problems, but I don't know. This whole thing, building this whole thing, was really fun. Cause I feel like the reason for that is cause essentially I just didn't really care. And I mean that in the nicest way, but I just looked at this and went, it's gonna be something. Like that's kind of been my approach to this whole thing. Like, like this whole area here, not very neat, but I can't get it to be perfect. You know, it is never gonna be perfect. And I think that's okay. Because I think that's gonna make it look interesting, especially once we get buildings on here, and especially when it starts looking like an actual tiered city. I'm really excited. Anyway, what I think I want to do is I want to put some residential buildings down here. So this entire space in here is going to be residential. And I think that'll be kind of cool looking. I think I'm going to do the same in this bit around to there. And that's all going to be residential. So that'll get people moving back and forth on this road. I think down here, I kind of want to do the same. So all of these block areas are going to be... In fact, everything just along this road down here is going to be residential as well. I think I'm going to put some nice residential in here. I'll get some policies that'll let me make the residential, you know, a bit more valuable. I think that could be kind of cool. So get some residences along there. I think I would also like to just smooth out some of the terrain there. So just all this right up to the edge of the road there can be smoothed out. Just to make it look a little interesting. So there we go. We'll see how that turns out. Obviously, I'm going to want to get some shops in here, so I think we'll go there and there for shopping, and there as well, and just pretty much, I think around that, maybe the entire kind of around area there. Although I really doubt we have the demand for it. Apparently, I couldn't get the word demand to come out there, so that's great. I think that'll be fine. I think that could be commercial. I think these bits can be residential, since they will have a bit of a view as well. So we'll get all that to be residential. Could put some offices in there. I think I will go for a small office zone there. Small office cluster. Maybe there as well. And then I think the rest of this can just be residential. I think that's primarily what this area is going to be. Now, it is going to need services. We are going to need services. So I'm going to throw a medical clinic into the heart of this. As well as a small fire station just there. With a small police station next to it just there. That'll give us some coverage. We are going to need a crematorium. So let's throw a crematorium just into that spot right in the corner. For a little bit of coverage there. And then before I let this actually build up, I do want to make it a district. So this whole thing is going to be a district. Literally the whole thing, like right down to the edge, there's going to be one district. Because I want to make sure that we do a high-rise ban, so that the buildings aren't going to be too tall. Actually, no, I don't want to do a high-rise ban. I think we're going to go for full high-rises, because I want to get an IT cluster in here, because I want those office buildings to be super, super tall. So that's going to make things kind of interesting. That's definitely going to make things kind of interesting. So let's see how this ends up turning out. Okay, so the zoning's been done. I've also gone ahead and thrown in another, it's a high school basically, as well as 2 elementary schools over here. We have all our services. This is the zoning. Let's go. Let's see how this turns out. I've put on the self-sufficient housing. We've got the IT cluster. We have a bunch of policies. I'm really hoping this area looks awesome when it's built. I really want this area to look super cool when it's done. It's just going to take so long to actually fill it up. But I'm so pleased with it. I really am so pleased with it. I think it looks really cool. And I know it's a small area, but I think it looks kind of neat. Also, wow. Those buildings just kind of shoot up, don't they? Good lord, they kind of come out of nowhere. Do we have power in there? We do not. We're also losing money. I don't know why this keeps happening, but my money keeps like shooting down to -2,500, then just shooting back up to normal every now and then. I feel like it's power. It's not even power. Is it water? Could it be sewage? I don't know what causes it. I really don't, but it kind of shoots up to normal, then goes back down, and it keeps doing it, and it's very weird. All right? It's very weird. I'll tell you one thing, though. I'm really curious to see how traffic handles this. I'm really curious to see how traffic handles all of this, because it could be a mess. It could be a total mess. And, I mean, I designed it, so it's incredibly likely that it will be a total mess. I'm also thinking an old town policy could end up being quite useful on this, because traffic might try and like use this road to go around. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it won't. I'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. I will say it's going to be kind of cool having an IT cluster here, because we're starting to see that pattern that I was really wanting, where you can see like a cluster of really tall buildings, and then more really tall buildings over there, and then more over there as well. That's exactly what I wanted. We are also having an epidemic where garbage isn't getting collected around the city. The reason for that's actually quite simple. The garbage trucks are mostly here because, like I said, and I told you this would happen, they kind of can't get into the city. In fact, this is another problem. This junction is no longer working efficiently Yeah, so this whole industrial area here was not a good idea. That's basically what we're discovering. It was not a good idea. It is not at all working the way I wanted it to. I will try and figure out a solution for that at some point. I kind of wonder how I'm gonna fix it, because this really is the quick... Oh, I wonder if that's doing it. I wonder if that's technically... I wonder if that's got an old time policy. If that has old time on it, that's absolutely causing some problems. That could very well have caused some problems there. It's a very strong possibility that that was causing issues. We'll see. Oh, wow. This is actually building a lot quicker than I thought it would. Not so much this area done. Oh, hello. You do have power. Okay. Man, I'm actually kind of excited about this. I have a feeling that residential zoning is going to take a while, but that looks cool. That, to me, looks really cool. I'm really pleased with that. It is going to take a while to see how traffic handles it, though. I assume, yeah. So all of those new people moving into the city have to, like, join a queue of traffic trying to go all the way up there. And they're going to spend a long time trying to get there. They're going to spend a really long time trying to get there. I'm kind of wondering if I should repeat this kind of thing over here. It's tempting. It is definitely tempting. Is it a thing I can, like, reasonably do, though? I guess I can try. So if I do that and do that, and then go, I don't know, like this, maybe? So something like that. Turn on anarchy so I can actually make this work. So to there, and there. Alright. So that's roughly a gap of 2, which I think that is. Is that even? I think that's even. It's about as even as I'm gonna get it. If I do 300, and that was a bit too long. 300. And then we want to do a right-hand turn. That's not quite right. Something like that. And something like that. Then obviously this is going to need to go up, and I think, if I remember right, this is 1, 2, 3. No, it's 9 meters. This is probably not going to work, just as a general FYI, but whatever. It's fine. So something like that might let the traffic just... this isn't going to work. Just so we're clear. Just so I can say that before it doesn't work. I just want to say this isn't gonna work. Alright? I'm aware of the fact that this is just not actually gonna work. But I want to see if any traffic will maybe go this way and use that as the way to get into the new area. Thus far, the answer is a resounding no. Which isn't great. And I guess it is probably a resounding no because the traffic that would want to go that way is currently going that way. So that kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense that it's a resounding no. And just to save myself from the embarrassment of having to keep looking at this thing, I'm going to just bulldoze it. Because of how much of a resounding no that wound up being. Because like I said, what's happening is a lot of the traffic going to the new area is still stuck along the highway. And also just going to go different ways to get there. This is a major issue, though. This is a really major issue that we have going on here. Because traffic is barely moving. It really is barely moving. I will say, this still looks nice, these little curves, but The rest of it, not so much. That's something that's gonna need a solution. And I'm not sure I have one right now. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave it there for today. I'm gonna toy around with this a little bit and see what I can actually figure out, because I do need to figure something out. I do think I might want to change the way traffic flows around here. We might want to move this industrial zone again. We might want to downsize the industrial zone. I don't really know, but I do know that a major garbage isn't getting picked up across the city, and that's a major problem. So that needs fixed. And I do think a big part of that is the fact that all of this traffic's trying to get into the city and isn't doing it very well. So I need to fix that. That's basically the gist of it. There's a lot of traffic trying to go to a lot of places, and not all of it can do it. I'm also thinking, just looking at this, have I got junction restrictions on here? I do not. Do I have give way signs on there? I do not. Well, that is interesting. That is very interesting. What if we say you have priority and you give way? Like, can we maybe keep traffic on the roundabout moving at all times? Is that a possibility here? Obviously, I mean, I believe in here there is a clear traffic button. I don't really want to use that. I don't really want to have to use that. That feels a little too much like cheating. But I might have to, because this is just actually possibly clearing out looking at it. Just look, like this bit is a bit more clear than it was, so... yeah, I guess it's slowly moving. I don't know. We're gonna come back to it either way. It definitely needs work. This whole area just needs work, and I'm not sure what work it needs. So we will come back to it. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you kindly for watching. This has been City Skylines Green Cities Part 18. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas, a very, very happy holiday, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!